Hi, everybody, and welcome to The Balancing Act. I'm Julie Moran.
And I'm Olga Villaverde. Humanity can and does shine in the most challenging times.
Stay tuned as we show you how a series of world-changing events helped shape an award-winning Broadway musical.
Plus today, severe or difficult to control asthma can be life-threatening and requires active self-management, monitoring often a team of experts to treat and manage. We're going to learn more about this.
The Balancing Act starts right now, so stay with us.
Broadway Balances America, brought to you by Broadway across America, bringing the best of Broadway to a city near you.
Time now for Broadway Balances America, our series that takes you behind the scenes of some of the most beloved Broadway musicals as they appear across the country in your local theaters.
Today, the original musical, Come From Away, which tells the personal stories of both the generous folks of Newfoundland, Canada, and the passengers whose planes were diverted there immediately following the events of September 11, 2001.
Amber Milt has more on how somewhere in the middle of nowhere provided a safe harbor for thousands.
It's been 17 years since those tragic events that changed our lives. But the response from a small town in Canada on September 12th and the days following inspired the creators of Come From Away to tell 16,000 stories over 5 days with 12 actors in one powerful Broadway musical. Creating a show inspired by real-life events, writers Irene Sankoff and her husband David Hine interviewed hundreds of folks who returned to Newfoundland on the 10th anniversary of 9/11.
During the first interview, we realized that we couldn't write fast enough, so we had to start recording. And then we just transcribed them, and we just listened to them over and over again.
We've been living with their words and their interviews for years now. We've been working with them. You know, it took us 6 years to get to Broadway, and every day we would hear their voices. It's meant the world to us when they come to see the show and they say, that's exactly right, that's exactly me. Even though we've had to amalgamate characters and combine storylines, we wanted them to tell us that we got it right, that that was the truth of what happened.
Helping share the true story on stage is producer Sue Frost.
What point did you become involved with Come From Away?
It was actually when we saw it. We saw 45 minutes of it at music stands, and we were like, you know, I don't know where this is going to go, but we love it. We love the storytelling. We love the style of the storytelling. We love the music, and we love the heart of it. It's got a funny title. It's an ensemble piece. People are going to call it the 9/11 musical. We have no idea what to do with this, but we're going to figure it out.
This is Newfoundland. Welcome to the rock.
One element of figuring it out was the title.
Come From Away is anyone who is not from Newfoundland. So all of the people who landed there were Come From Aways.
One of those 7,000 Come From Aways was American Airlines captain Beverly Bass, whose plane was flying from Paris to Dallas on that fateful day. This pioneering pilot story was pivotal to the creation of the musical.
I was the 36 out of 38 wide bodies to land that day. And when I was on final approach, I'm looking around, and I mean, honestly, it looked like there wasn't even enough space to park the airplane. So we got parked, and it was about 10 o'clock in the morning, and they came on the airplane and told us we wouldn't be getting off until the next day. So we got off at 7:30 the next morning. We walked into the terminal, and of course, we've been up all night. We're exhausted. And it was probably the first time that I realized that we had landed in an incredible place, because when we walked into the terminal, it was lined with tables and tables of food.
She was the first female captain for American Airlines, but it wasn't because she was trying to make a statement. It was because she loved to fly, and that's what she wanted to do.
So you really paved the way for so many women, including your daughter, to follow in your footsteps in a field that was so dominated by men.
I am so grateful that our paving the way has helped the next generation of female pilots, and hopefully it's a little bit easier for them.
Becky Galsvig will portray Bass on the North American tour.
I'm so excited. I'm so honored. It's a thrill to play someone real, and it's a thrill to be a part of a story that is so heartfelt and so full of generosity and you know, all the things that this world needs. This story it celebrates that, and I'm very excited to take that across the country.
Compiling so many stories into one musical means that the actors play multiple roles and that the staging is stark and effective in its simplicity.
It's a wonderful metaphor for anyone being able to step into each other's shoes. We've got a line in the show that because we come from everywhere, we all come from away. And each of our actors plays either a come from away or a local, and at any minute we could either be welcomed or we could be welcoming people. And there's something wonderful about remembering that.
Heave away, me Johnny Vice, we're all bound. Farewell to Newfoundland, demise, you're leaving us alone. Heave away.
It's also a bit of a Canadian sensibility in having like nothing but like a bunch of chairs and a couple tables and really willing actors.
We can put on a show.
We can put on a show, yeah.
You're everybody and you bounce around and you take turns and you sing the lead, you sing the backup. I feel like those of us that love theater really just like to get our hands dirty and get in it.
All of the characters in this musical represent real moments and people. Although cultures clashed and nerves ran high, in the end, uneasiness turned into trust, music soared into the night, and gratitude grew into enduring friendships.
What they remember, their experience of that day, was people responding with kindness.
It's not really a 9/11 story. It's about all the wonderful things that happened the next day. The kindness, the generosity, all the things that people did for us.
I feel like that's the good thing that comes out of tragedy in life is people come together.
It is a global story. Everybody has a memory of that day. And if they're not old enough to have a memory of that day, they live in the world that was created that day.
As the show tours the country, it's sure to generate just as much emotion and joy as it provokes personal memories and reminds us all of the power of the human spirit.
We are greater than the sum of our parts. Like, you know, if we just reach out to one another, you know, we can find, you know, kindness and peace.
We didn't want to tell a 9/11 story, we wanted to tell a 9/12 story, a story about how the small community responded to a larger event. And that's the story that we fell in love with. We fell in love with the people that were there and our experience of coming there. And it's a joy every day to get to share it. It's a gift.
Give it a try. Give it a try. Don't be afraid of it, because it really, truly is a story that will make you feel better.
I've seen it 107 times. I laugh, I cry at different parts in the show. And at the end of the show, my face hurts because I have smiled so much. I never get tired of it.
I've done this my whole life. I've never worked on a show like this.
The North American tour of Come From Away is coming soon to a theater near you. Check out Broadway across America, or you can always go to our website, thebalancingact.com, for all the show information, tour dates, and more.
Welcome to the, 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 welcome to the rock.
Are you okay? What's wrong?
I feel tightness in my chest and I can't breathe very well. I can't stop coughing.
What are you doing?
I was playing soccer outside and at the end I started feeling weak and tired, and now I just can't stop coughing and it's getting harder and harder for me to breathe.
There are few things as scary as not being able to breathe, and when someone is having a severe asthma attack, that is the exact feeling, the gasping for breath, the tightening of the chest. Many asthma sufferers describe it as feeling like a pillow is being held over their face. Well, today we're going to talk about how to treat and manage asthma. Joining me for this very important discussion is Tanya Winders, President and CEO of Allergy and Asthma Network. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being here. This is really important for so many parents. And I know that was a video, dramatic, you know, but I've seen it, and it's pretty intense. It's frightening.
It is. You know, there are 22 million Americans currently living with asthma, and 5 to 10% of those have a unique type of asthma called severe asthma. And our understanding of asthma has actually evolved quite a bit, but it can be life-threatening and extremely frightening.
So it's a lot more common than people think.
Yes. Asthma actually happens to about 1 in 10 people here in the U.S., and unfortunately about 10 people die every day due to asthma. In fact, the numbers are growing. Globally, we know that over 400 million people will have asthma by 2025.
Let's talk about what happens, Tanya, in the lungs. What is causing it?
So when a patient is actually experiencing an asthma flare or an asthma attack, they'll often say, actually what's happening is that their airways are closing up, they're constricting, but there's also inflammation in those airways. And it's that inflammation that creates mucus and clogs those airways and then also causes them to close.
And there are several types of asthma. In fact, maybe 2?
Actually, there are many types of asthma.
Okay.
So
some are mild, more severe.
Yes. So we once thought that asthma was just a single disease. But now, as science has evolved, we understand that it's a spectrum of disease, mild, moderate, and severe. And even within that severe end of the spectrum, that there are up to at least 4, but up to probably 8 or maybe even 20 different types.
Wow. Now, I know there are many treatments out there, and I'm going to personalize my younger one. She had a lot of wheezing, croup, you know, the
that seal bark.
That seal bark, yes, la foca, as we say in Spanish, la foca. And the first line of treatment they would give her is steroids.
Yes, oral steroids probably, right?
Yes.
And you know, oral steroids work. They are inexpensive products that work very quickly to stop that inflammation. And they're very useful for some patients. But if you're getting oral steroids more than 2 times a year, then that's a cause for a red flag. That's the time that you should actually stop and think about how uncontrolled your asthma truly is, and perhaps have a discussion about, you know, other types of treatment that may be more appropriate. Because while those steroids are effective, they actually have pretty severe side effects. So the oral steroids in the short term can make you moody or have sleep disruptants, but in the long term it can cause weight gain, it actually can cause diabetes or glaucoma or osteoporosis. So a lot of different diseases and side effects from overuse of oral steroids.
So what are other treatment options for parents or people that want to stay away from steroids?
Yeah, so again, inhaled steroids, very important mainstay in asthma treatment, but oral steroids are actually 10 times more potent. So that's the steroid that we're talking about, is the oral steroid. And for those patients that are having ER visits, hospitalizations, or using more than 2 bursts of oral steroids, there are now new treatments. There are targeted therapies that are out there. We can actually test in the breath and the blood for patients to determine what the biomarkers are and what treatments those individual patients may respond most likely to.
Which is good, because it's an individualized treatment for that person, as opposed to just treating it as a one-size-fits-all?
Absolutely.
So parents and patients really need to be educated. It's very important. And I know you've created a wonderful campaign, an awareness campaign, if you will. It's called Shared Decision Making Tool. Tell me about it.
Yes, so the Allergy and Asthma Network has partnered with the Chest Foundation and the American College of Allergy, Asthma, and Immunology to develop a shared decision-making tool. It's an interactive online tool that actually asks patients their preferences and their values, and then helps to tailor and target the discussion between the patient and their provider to get to the best possible treatment option for that individual patient.
So it's very personalized, if you will.
Yes.
That's fantastic. All right, for our viewers who'd like more information on the website, where can they go, Tanya?
You can visit allergyasthmanetwork.org or asthma.chestnut.org, or of course just go to the Balancing Act, where you'll see the links for both of those.
Fantastic. You're the best.
Thank you.
You could be a host. I appreciate it. And of course, like she said, check out our website, thebalancingact.com. What a special show, Julie.
Oh, and I love the true story of Come From Away. And we want you to remember to head to our Facebook page and our website and follow us on Twitter.
Don't forget our Instagram, @JulieandOlga.
That's right. Thanks for watching, everybody. So long.